Hey guys, it's Vix here, and I'm about to give you information of DLC 4, and before I start, I just want to say that this information comes from reliable sources, and those reliable sources are Play the Game Central, and I'll be linking their YouTube channel as well as their forum page where I'm getting all this information from. Now if you want to, I really recommend to go over to this forum page because the information I'm about to give you is only like a percentage of what you can get if you go over to this forum page. I'm basically telling you the highlights of it, or the most important stuff. But if you do want the backstory and everything else, you should go over to the forum page because I'm bound to miss some really important stuff out. So, this information comes from both reliable sources, PTG, Treyarch, which are official sources, and then theories made up by me. So let's get started. Now we already know when we are going to be getting this map pack. It's going to be released on the 27th of August, and we know this because we got a leak ages ago. Someone went through the source code of Treyarch's website and they found out the dates of DLC Pack 3 and DLC Pack 4. And they were right about DLC Pack 3, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be right about DLC Pack 4 as well. They said DLC Pack 3, Vengeance Map Pack 3 would be released on the 2nd of July, and it was, and 27th of August is the date that they gave us for the 4th map pack. So, expect the 4th map pack on the 27th of August. Now, one thing that we do know is that this map pack will be once again made by the single player team. Now, before everyone gets ranty and stuff, I just want you to know that the single player team also made Mob of the Dead, so, you know, if you like that map, you're gonna like this map as well. Now, since the single player team did make this map, there was a hint in the Mob of the Dead loading screen what or when this map pack was going to be taking place. Now, if you look at the loading screen right here, you can actually see that it says a date in the right hand corner, which is October the 17th, 1917. So we now know when the map is going to be set. It's going to be set in the World War I-esque era. Now, some more proof of this, we recently just got, you know, the Pack-a-Punch camo pack, and the Pack-a-Punch camo pack, that's really hard to say, was actually from, if you think about it, the Pack-a-Punch camo was from World at War, you know, it wasn't the one that we've got in Black Ops 2, and it really wasn't the one that we got in Black Ops either, you know, it was very similar, but it wasn't either one, right? So, it wasn't the one from Black Ops 2 or Mob of the Dead, it was actually the one from World at War, just, you know, with a little bit of cleaning, if you will, made on it, and when it was cleaned up, it was added to multiplayer. So this could be a little bit of a hint suggesting that this Pack-a-Punch camo is here because we are going once again back into the past, 1917, which will result in us having the old Pack-a-Punch camo. So a little bit of a theory and proof if you want over there. Now we also have some official proof from Treyarch themselves. If you've been following them recently on Facebook, you would know that they have released 4 letters, and these 4 letters, you know, they've pretty much been confirmed by the community anyway, that they are from the original 4 characters. Yes guys, that is right. There is, you know, I'm not even going to say there's a chance. The original characters are coming back. Now, the 4 letters signify the possibility of their coming back, and it increases it tenfold. But not only that, if you did the buried Easter egg, you would know that the 4 characters, or the new crew, essentially, they're done for. If you did the Richtoff inside, Samuel would have got infected, and that is it. The new crew was done for. If you did the Maxis side, Maxis really doesn't care what happens to the new crew. And when we watched the trailer, it did say you will stay here buried forever, which also indicates that the new crew are done for. So finally, we are going back to World War I. We are also going to be getting our old characters. If you are excited about that, be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because you know what, I am super stoked for getting our old crew back. I really did not like the new crew, and the old crew just, you know, they had some really funny moments, and I can't wait to get them back and see what they've been up to. So leave a comment if you're excited about that. Now next up, we're going to be talking about the setting of the map. Now this information obviously does not come from Treyarch because they do want to keep the map a secret. And Nicholas Ladd, the guy who compiled all this information on the forum, basically told us what the setting of the map will be. The map will be set in a village, similar to the one in Transit, but bigger and better. The structure of the map will be varied. It will consist of trenches, open fields, forest, farms, shops, a village, a cemetery, and a small town. Now, trenches are very cramped, and Ben, the admin of PTG, or the head person of PTG, actually gave us an image on the forums, and this image looks from a game, you know, it's a picture of a trench, or what appears to be a trench. It's muddy, it's damp, and it's dark, and the map looks pretty awful, but if you look at it, this probably is the first leaked image of the map that is legit as well. So tell me what you guys think of that. It does have a very damp, darkish, Treyarchish feel to it, and I want to know what you guys think of this map. You know, it's not going to be a bright map. It looks very dark. It is World War I era, so there's going to be a shit ton of pollution in the air. And just tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm really interested to know what you guys think about this map, because Buried wasn't all that dark, you know, it wasn't all too awful. There was some light, there was some sunlight, and you know, you could see the sun, but in this map, it's all cloudy, it's very dark, and I want to know what you guys think about that. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the vehicle that will be featured in the map. Now, according to the forum, there will be a vehicle, but before we, you know, get all worried and stuff, it should not be like Transit, because Transit was made by the zombie team, big mistake, and the Mob of the Dead was made by the campaign team, and there was a vehicle in Mob of the Dead, right? You had the plane, so hopefully the vehicle that we do have in this map will be exactly like Mob of the Dead. It won't be too much of a pain in the ass, and you won't have to use it to get around all of the map, but to get to specific locations, e.g. Pack-a-Punch, you're gonna have to use the tank, and I don't really mind that. I think that's worth it. And tell me what you guys think about the tank. Now, we do have information about what the tank will look like. Here is a picture of the most popular tank that was used in World War I. And, you know, it looks like a tank, so tell me what you guys think of it. I'm interested to see how the players get inside it, and once we're inside, can we actually use it against the zombies? Well, that's an interesting thought, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Now, I'm probably not going to do this section of information justice, because I'm bound to miss something out. But if you want to know about the new boss, we have to go back in time. Now, for those of you who don't know, Richtofen and Maxis both used to work at the same facility, which was Der Riese, and they were working on the same project, right? They were working on making super soldiers for the war, but they both took different approaches, if you will. Maxis went into mechanical approach, if you will. He decided to make a super soldier, but he decided to make it mechanical and a robot. And Richtofen, he went the other route and did a biological super soldier. So we got Takeo, Dempsey, and Nikolai. We got those three as super soldiers. He did experiments on them, he brainwashed them, and they became super soldiers. Now, Maxis, instead of making biological super soldiers, he invested his time into making a mechanical, robotic super soldier, if you will. And according to this forum, we will be getting a boss known as the Giant. Now, this giant has been referenced throughout Black Ops and Black Ops 2. There's been numerous references, and if you want to know them, you should go to the forum page definitely and check them out. But the biggest reference of all is that Der Riese is actually called the Giant, right? The map itself is called the Giant, which is the biggest reference and the biggest proof of all, which we had through World at War, through Black Ops and Black Ops 2. And no one really thought about it too much. They just thought the facility was called the Giant because it was a big facility. But no, there was actually a robotic mechanical super soldier that was there, and therefore they called it the Giant. Now, Richtofen actually got banned from his research on super soldiers because when Richtofen and Maxis both discovered element 115, you know, from the meteor that came in, this element was then used by Richtofen to create the Wunderwaffe, and he had to stop his research because the Wunderwaffe posed an immediate threat to the mechanical super soldier. Now, if you think about it, the Wunderwaffe is a wave of electricity in a gun, and it can essentially short circuit anything mechanical. So, you know, Maxis found out about the Wunderwaffe, and he basically took the initiative to get Richtofen banned from his research. And the Wunderwaffe, now this is just theory, this does not come from the forum, the Wunderwaffe could be a featured wonder weapon returning because it could, you know, he was banned from his research because the Wunderwaffe was a potential threat. Maybe it's coming back in the tomb because that weapon will be used against the Giant. Now, I'm not sure how we will be fighting a Giant. I'm sure it will be significant, and I'm sure it will impact the map very heavily. So hopefully Treyarch do it justice. Leave your comments in the comment section below because I'm really interested to see what you guys think about the Giant. Now, there is a possibility of the turret returning, right? The turret that you could use in Kino, I think you had to pay 1,000 points, and that turret would kill zombies. It was used by many people on high rounds because, you know, it would kill the zombies, and the turret was it was alright, it was useful, but it did, you know, if the auto aim messed up, it would hit you as well. So the turret could possibly coming back because it was a World War I weapon. According to Nicholas Watt, it could be possibly a buildable. However, I'm not sure how that would work because, you know, you would have to place the turret all over the map. Would it, you know, break, or could you only build it once? Because in my eyes, the turret would be placed in a specific location, and that specific location will be determined by Treyarch. But that isn't the only thing. Since we are going back to World War I, and I've already mentioned about the Pack-a-Punch camo, we should be getting some of our old guns back, some of our fan favorites. You know, we should be getting the MP40, we should be getting the Thompson that we had in Mob of the Dead. So I'm really excited to see those guns returning, and if you guys are as well, be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. Which old gun would you really like to see? In my eyes, the MP40, and when Pack-a-Punch, the Afterburner would be amazing, because the MP40 was such a good gun. We asked for it in Black Ops and they added it in Call of the Dead, and then it was an amazing gun. I loved it, I used it a lot. It was a great point weapon, and I'm sure they can do it again. They can obviously add that gun in. So tell me what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Now, new weapons obviously are going to be featured in the map, and this picture was actually released by Treyarch showing what new weapon that we will be getting. Now, if you look in the background, you can actually see a blueprint of a weapon. Now, this weapon is actually the Mauser C96, and I'm not sure actually how it plays. I've never really seen the gun or heard of the gun before. I don't know how it fires. I don't know how it feels. I don't know really how the fire rate is. I honestly don't know if this is going to be an OP pistol like Mustang and Sally are when it's Pack-a-Punched, or it's just going to be an ordinary pistol. So tell me what you guys think about the Mauser C96. It's a very interesting pistol, and it does fit in the World War I-esque era. And I want to know what you guys think about this pistol in your comment section below. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is something I don't know is gonna happen. Like, I'm really not sure how it's gonna work, if you will. Now, Ben made a video like a couple of days ago, if you will, and this video, it was telling us about the new map, you know, the new map, Le Tomb, or The Tomb, and he basically stated something in gibberish, right? He just started saying gibberish, and he told Play the Game to decipher it. The Play the Game community, and they went ahead and found out that it was an anagram. Now, when you put the anagram into, well, normal words, this is what it becomes. There is a stick that, when combined with a stone, will destroy the giant. Now, this confirms two things. First of all, there will be a giant, right? There will be a giant zombie boss, a giant mechanical boss that will be featured in the next zombie map, and you will have to use some sort of stick and stone. Now, the stone is pretty obvious, right? The stone is going to be some sort of rock that contains element 115, but I've never seen any sort of stick featured in zombies, right? We've seen a rock that has element 115, we've seen it in Moon, we've seen it in numerous zombie maps, I think we've seen it in Kino as well, you can use it to put the songs on, but we've never seen a stick. Now, I want your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think about this. I've never really thought that Treyarch would include a staff, if you will, or something resembling a staff that would, you know, feature in the map and play as a wonder weapon. This could be the new wonder weapon. So it's very interesting because we've never really used the staff. Everything that we have used is in the form of a gun. So I'm going to be very interested to see how that plays, and I want to see what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Now, that is it for this video. If you could get 300 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. I worked really hard for this video, and collating all that information, and, you know, if you go over to the forum page, there really is a lot of information, so highlighting it all and putting it into a form of a video and making it, you know, work was really hard. So if you guys could leave a like rating, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to head over to that forum because it really holds a shit ton of more secrets that I've not mentioned yet. And thank you everyone for watching. My name is Vix. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. With day 1 coverage of the map, which will be released on August the 27th, first for Xbox 360 users, and will be obviously included in the season pass. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.